Hey everyone, Jason here. I'm going to be trying something a little different today, doing a book review on Before the Batman, the prequel novel to the Batman film. Now I'm going to be sharing some potentially minor to major spoilers on the Batman, so if you haven't seen the film and you don't want it spoiled for you, I suggest turning off this video and going to check it out on HBO Max, digital, or if it's still playing in theaters near you, and then coming back to watch the video. If that doesn't matter to you, you have been warned. So let's just go ahead and dive into this. Before the Batman sets up the events of the film by following two characters, Bruce Wayne and Edward Nashton, prior to them becoming Batman and the Riddler, respectively. It does this by splitting the book into two parts. Part 1 is set during the teenage years of both characters. Part 2, kind of early adulthood, set leading 2 years prior to the events of the film, setting up their motivations, their decisions to become these particular characters, and just kind of where their mindset was. It's a fairly short read, 2.5 hours on Audible. I just finished listening to it the other day. It's a fairly good book. It gives you lots of insight onto certain elements of this version of Gotham. For example, how Bruce Wayne came up with the Batmobile, where he developed the suit, his interest in forensic science and chemistry, and then also on the Riddler side, you know, his desire, his need to prove a point, and also his interest in forensic accounting and just other elements of his character that really aren't explored in the movie. Now, the one drawback to that is because it does follow both Bruce Wayne and the Riddler, I find this book would be best suited if you read it after going to see the film for the first time. Anyone who's seen the film would know that part of the mystique of the film and the mystery of the film is who the Riddler is and what his motivations are. This book pretty much spells that out for you. So if you don't want to ruin the experience of the film itself, I would highly recommend reading this book after you've seen the film. It's nice supplemental material because it just fills in a lot of the blanks that really kind of questions that are raised throughout the film, but really aren't explored just for the sake of time. Yes, even with 3 hours, there's not enough time to go into all that because the film makes very good use of that 3 hours. But also just, it's not really necessary to the furthering of the plot of the film. So this is just kind of for those who are hardcore fans of the movie, much like myself. It's a fairly interesting story, but it's not super in depth or mind blowing. There's no big twists or turns. This is a fairly straightforward story, but I think that's a good thing with a book like this because it doesn't quite overshadow the film itself. It simply adds to it and adds some level of detail that wasn't in the film, which itself is highly detailed already. But my final review on the book is I'd give it a 4 out of 5. If you've read Before the Batman or have seen the Batman film and want to talk about it or have any comments, just put that down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that notification bell for all my future videos. Thank you so much for watching, as always, and I'll see you on the next one.